Him who knows that I know what he seeks to know, knows it well, while he who knows not what I know, or know not.
Hey there, I'm Mr. McFacepunch. You can call me Chainsaw. Welcome to another episode of the Dragon's Dogma lore run. Before we dig too deep into this, I have an announcement for the elite few who are still watching. So, it is now April, and since I used the Fool as like my guy, this April is going to be the Fool's April. What does that mean? Does that mean we're just going to act stupid? Yes, but also we're going to be doing it more. So if you've been around for a while, you know I'm pretty slow making these. It's just a little hobby that I do in the background. But for the month of April, I am going to be doing one episode of the lore run a week. So hopefully we make some pretty good progress with that. Uh, in addition to that, I am going to be doing a read through of the novella The Beginning, which covers Savan and Sald and his journey up to the Tainted Mountain. There's 5 chapters of that. There's 5 weeks in April, so I'll release one of those a week. That means at least 2 videos a week, and the goal is to have at least one big project done by the end of the month. So, look forward to all that. To the lore run, we left off last time. We did the first half of the Worms Hunt quests. We are now going to do the rest of them. So, hopefully we'll finish those by the end of this episode.
Well met, sir.
Twitching at me, Max. Don't be twitching at me. So yeah, we're gonna do that. If you've been around for the lore run, if you're still around for the lore run, thank you for everything. It's really nice having a bunch of dorks who care about the story of Dragon's Dogma, with it being so popular to dog on it. So thank you guys. I appreciate that. Without further ado,
It will be my honor to show you the ready charges for the worm hunt. The choice is yours.
okay, you see, right now we could go ahead and hear the Duke's directive, and if we didn't care about anything, we would just do that. Honestly, like, you can smash through the story of Dragon's Dogma so fast and just miss everything. Like, they really built this game with freedom in mind, because you can spend 100 hours on a playthrough, you can spend an hour on a playthrough. It's crazy. So let's see. We'll go ahead and route a monster infestation.
Certainly. Then here are the details. We have urgent word from the Stone of the Southwest.
That's another thing. The Shadow Fort has a couple of different names. The Stone of the Southwest is one of them. There was another one, and I forget what it was, but we'll run into it eventually.
A horde of goblins struck the fortress while it was still under repair, and they've claimed it. Though the hold is remote, its importance to our southern defenses is critical. We must reclaim it, and soon. The safety of the entire duchy rides on this matter. I would ask your help in resolving it. You have my thanks, sir. I shall send word to the hold presently. I've sent some of the Duke's swords on ahead already. Meet them there and lend them your arm. I await good word of your success. It will be my honor to show you the ready charges for the worm hunt. The choice is yours. Certainly. Then here are the details. Are you prepared to leave for the fortress? Pray, make haste, Arisen. Those damnable goblins are good for a fair piece of trouble, no question. But we must have that hold back.
Okay, so he doesn't add a whole lot to that, but that's alright. Both a good thing and a bad thing about this being in New Game Plus is that you can kind of skip most of the traversal, because I already have port crystals everywhere. That's good because it avoids me editing out a bunch of empty running time. But it's also bad because it kind of removes part of the journey, But we're gonna do it anyway.
is known as the Shadow Fort, built to ward against a goblin invasion.
Alright, so a little speedrun strat if you're just trying to smash through the game really quickly. Instead of doing this whole quest, literally just kill this guy. Like, if you just kill this guy, the quest ends. Funny enough, I didn't know that you could fail this quest until a friend of mine was playing it, and like I was there with him while he was playing it, and kind of just chatting about the game with him, and he just like goofed off too much, and he died. Like, this guy died. So the quest was literally just over. It didn't like retry or anything like that. Quest was just over, and the outcome was you lost. And like, that just sucks, dude. So, but because of that mechanic, if you just kill this guy, quest over. So you can literally just sprint in here, brain splitter this guy, and then run away, and then that's done.
Well met, sir. I take you for the Elysion. Sir Maximilian informed us of your coming. By your leave, I would ask you spearhead our force here. Our tactics are as such. We aim to strike from the front gate, but lack the time and means to batter down the doors. I ask that you pass through the hole you see there, and lay open the gate from within. I cannot say what may await you within. The danger is great, but I trust you will prevail.
Sir Robert has a lot of faith in us.
I ask you enter through that hole and lay open the front. I cannot say what may...
Okay, he doesn't say anything else important.
Damned beasts! Yield and accept your fate!
Rude.
I pray the goblins won't find the stone's ballista.
That's what we call in the business foreshadowing.
This hole is goblin dug, sir, and seems to lead inside. Pray, take care.
Even sentry work on the third shift is better than this.
How could this have happened?
In the hole. Oh, I suppose we should. Well, too late. Okay. I've been playing Nier Replicant recently, and it's definitely gonna jack with my
Goblin!
muscle memory.
Stronger than a common cobra strongest.
The first strike shall be mine.
Not long now! Are you unharmed, master?
Treasure, perhaps.
Goblin! Stronger than a common cobra.
Triumphed.
It'll take more
Instant
than that.
reset is such a cheat code.
Careful! A goblin!
Those shields are a bother. Let's have its armor and shield
A
off.
hobgoblin risen. Be wary. Did it!
Your way to it. Careful! A goblin!
Oh, they're using the ballistas. If only we could have seen this coming.
Large or small, any monster can be slain. It cannot move with one upon its leg. No luck. It must open from the outside. I cannot reach its armor. I'll grab its leg before it's iron. Ah! We must have thought about its armor. Take the eye! Strike at the eye! Snatch up any tusk you break free! Cling to its leg! Throw it off balance! Its helmet is off!
I'll blind them.
It cannot move with one upon its leg. You'll rout them in a single charge. Large or small, any monster can be slain. It's fallen! Now, attack! Watch for ranged attack.
We have triumphed.
One wrong, master. It must open from the outside.
It does, I just checked.
Anytime.
Oops, I'm on fire. That's right. That happens sometimes, alright. See, and then these like little holes where if your character is built small enough, you get to go. That's such a cute little touch. Like, I wish they put it more places in the game, or also added like areas that you can only get if you're like really big or something like that. I don't even know how they would implement that, but yeah, like that's such a good idea, and then they just like don't expand on it enough. I feel like that's applicable to a lot of pieces of Dragon's Dogma. Hey, fellas.
We have tried. This looks interesting. The lever to open the gate, perhaps?
Man, it took me so long to find that lever the first time. Like, embarrassingly long.
Splendid work, Arisen. Now, we must rout the beasts for good. After me, man!
Tell him, Sir Robert. Officer Bobby. So, this part of the game, this is where I started really feeling like the lack of budget. Because it's like, I know they imagine like this huge, cool, epic battle, and then it's like,
This looks interesting.
got like 7 guys here, and the game struggles loading more than a couple goblins at a time. It's like, oh. And then like the victory cry at the end, it's like, oh, that's kind of sad. Oh, I think the other name for the Shadow Fort was like the Mount Side Fort or something like that. It's only used by a couple people. One of which I think was like Danton or something. It was like some random guy.
Here now! Open up! Come out!
See there, Arisen? That
Guys,
chieftain
didn't you
awaits
hear my
beyond the
pawns?
horn.
Even in numbers, a weakling is a weakling
Chance to win
still.
a trophy
Doesn't matter how many you
your
are.
skill, sir. Go, put them to the blade.
It'll take more than that.
All these guys just standing there. Like, alright, Arisen, you go do everything. It's like, okay, you know what? I am Mr. Do Everything Man, so I will do everything.
Give no quarter. It seems with one. Careful, a goblin. All goblin. Give it a taste of ice.
I'll blind them.
I just hit R2 to dodge. That's a near replicant issue.
Goblin. It'll take more than that. It seems with one.
Did it!
A goblin.
A cyclops!
Okay, this area is really funny, because if you don't pay attention, Cyclops knocks you off the side so easy. Like, at my level, I would probably survive. But at the level in which you are supposed to do this, you will not survive. You're good. Okay, so you can kind of see on the map here, the Great Wall protects from monsters from the north, and then the Shadow Fort protects from, like, the monsters coming from the west. Importantly, remember, west of Grancis is all the Fetter, which is just absolutely demolished, monster-ridden lands. So, the Shadow Fort actually, like, in-world, it is really super important. Like, all of these goblins trying to take over this fort, if they do, all of the monsters that are over this way, inhabiting the ruin of the dragon from 150 years ago, all of those guys will just pour in and obliterate all of this stuff. So it's not just bluster. The Shadow Fort is actually super duper important. Also, my pawn said something about you can jump inside from here. There's like little. Well, I tripped. Don't worry about that. Let's try it again. First of all, chest. I don't know that there's anything important in here, but ooh, direwolf bow. That's pretty cool. And then, yeah, that's fine. Dong. What about the chest? Scale Reeves. Goblins.
Attack once I've blinded them.
I'll take care of it. Our strength brought us victory. Goblin!
Strength in numbers arisen. A hobgoblin arisen. Be wary.
Ooh, there's the Goblin King.
Take aim for their chieftain!
I shall
There,
find
with
it.
the helm!
Poor humans! Think you've won? Dead! You lot are finished! All the world finished! All will die! The dragon comes! Humans want destruction too! Humans want a dragon! Welcome it! Kill each other! Kill all you like! The end is nigh!
I think one of my warrior pawns hit him with like an arc or something, and like that triggered the cutscene. So then when he jumps out the window, he's just ragdolling.
Victory is ours!
So funny. Had to hold on to life just long enough to get out the monologue.
All glory to the Duke!
Yeah, it was that scene that I was like, this is kind of cheesy. I wish they would have put a little more into this.
Magnificent, sir. I've sent word of your feats onto the capital. The Duke will be most pleased, as are we all. Pray, accept this token of our thanks and esteem, Arisen. Still, their number was too great. No such horde existed in days past. I fear it an ill omen of things to come. Pray, let it not be too late to stem this tide.
So, it is kind of disappointing that, like, if you follow the Goblin King, it goes down here. I really wish they would have included a quest line where, you actually figure out why goblins, like, how goblins exist.
A goblin!
So, if you don't know, I've said it before, but, you know, it's easy to forget, or it's easy to miss episodes or whatever. but goblins are evil tree root spirits. So an elderly goblin will actually like turn into a tree, and then that tree is soaked with human blood, and then goblins are born from its roots, or something like that. So it would have been cool if they had like a quest that really showcases that lore, but instead it's just kind of stuck in the Design Works book, and then they never really tell you that in game.
Give no quarter. We'll rout them in a single charge. Goblin!
Yeah, this is a frontier cavern.
Knock it to the ground, and its shield is useless.
Later, you get a fun little quest from a notice board to come fight a Hydra here. So, and that's cool because during the quest at the beginning of the game, where you fight the Hydra, or when you like fight the Hydra at the encampment, when you tell Adaro about it, he's like, "Oh, usually they stick to the Fetter in the west. So, since this is guarding from the Fetter to the west, you know, that's like their appropriate spot, you know?" Also, as far as if they ever did like a Dragon's Dogma 1 remake, it would be cool if they added the Fetter to like end game content, because you know the Fetter, the lands to the west, are all totally overrun with monsters, and there's big mean monsters and stuff. So that would be good for like a big difficulty spike end game area. But I don't know. It is interesting. Like there are people who are like, there's not any content left for Dragon's Dogma. Like they can't take the story anywhere. And I don't think that's true. First of all, you can maintain the themes and symbolism, and then like even if we've finished the cosmological story, we still need to round out the smaller world story. Like we never get to go to the mainland in Dragon's Dogma 1. We don't know what's going on with most of the world in Dragon's Dogma 2. All we know is that there's Batal and Vermund, and there's some sort of nation to the north. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But yeah, both of those different settings can use a lot more world building, and I mean like fleshed out world building, not just telling us these places exist, but like actually, you know, acting on it.
Ah, good arisen. Word of your victory over the Goblin Horde precedes you, sir. With the fort back in our hands, the south of Grancis is shielded once more. You've quelled yet another of His Grace's worries. May your success continue, sir. It will be my honor. The choice is yours. Certainly. Then here are the details. I fear this task is no simple call to action, sir. It will no doubt take time and a more subtle approach than your other work. Perhaps you've heard of the society they call Salvation. In truth, most of what we know is the product of such hearsay. They are a band of heretics who worship the dragon and welcome the perdition it brings. In the chaos come with the worm's arrival, their influence has grown. Ill news indeed. Pray, keep watch for signs of salvation as you go about your business. If you find aught, tell me. Good. I'll rest easier for it, sir. It will be my honor to show you the ready charges for the worm. The choice is certainly. We know little of salvation, and what we do know is but fragments. Who leads them, what action they take, their ultimate goal. All of this remains unknown. That vexes the task of gathering new information, I know. Perhaps the most sensible tack is simply to inquire among the citizens of Gran Soren.
Hey, we know a guy who's been messing with Salvation.
The one named Meredith has a good ear for information.
Ooh, Meredith. Meredith is an underrated fella. He actually gives some pretty important lore stuff.
Is not the last we'll call upon this Ian Warrant?
Hey, it's Reynard.
Are your travel preparations complete?
Asking after salvation, are you? You'll be one of Mason's friends, no doubt. All too eager, that one. He's been questioning everyone with ears to listen.
Talk with Mason. Let's go.
I believe Mason lives in these slums.
Seems this way leads outside as well. Seems that many people live here as well. Those without a trade or the means to earn a wage live here.
Looking for me, friend. Bearing good tidings, I hope. Else here to put me in chains, I'll wager. No, it's salvation brings you here, aye? I've had cause to ask the good folk of Grand Soren about salvation myself. Seems I'm cursed with a villain's mien, though. One look at my face stalls a man's tongue dead. Had I your gentle manner, I'd have them singing long and loud, no doubt. Seems to me we share a common goal. Perhaps you'd take on my Ah, that's grand. That token I gave is a countersign. It will mark you as friend to agents of salvation. Mayhap loosen their tongues as well. I hope you'll return to share your findings, good Arisen.
It is interesting that, like, in the worldview of Dragon's Dogma, okay, a lot of the basic narrative is set up around, obviously, like, the fight between, chaos and order, death and life, will and cycles, and stuff like that. It's all about the fight. But, interestingly, the more deep part of the narrative is how the two are dependent on each other. Like, the death is used to spur on the will, which gives people the ability to live, you know? So, like, the dragon, even though it is destruction incarnate, is necessary for life to persist. Listen, I'm not saying I agree with the cultists. The cultists are wrong. However, there is, like, there is truth to their view of, like, the dragon is salvation, just not in the way that they think. And, like, I don't know. It shows that they put thought into the worldview of even, like, the bad guys, and I think that's cool.
The gathering's to take place down in the Catacombs, I hear. You'll not find me there. Just far too dangerous a place to brave for a night's diversion.
Smart fella. The catacombs are pretty rough. Ooh, we get to go to the catacombs! Okay, when we go to the catacombs, make sure we're paying attention to the pawn dialogue, because they give us some juicy stuff on that. Last time we went to the Water God's altar, and we got just a little bit of pawn dialogue on the Old Gods. The catacombs gives us significantly more.
Down into the catacombs.
Okay, and also, since there are, like, two levels to the catacombs, both levels give you different pawn dialogue. So we'll only get half of it here, but it's good.
This looks interesting. Few come to offer prayers for those who rest here in the catacombs. The crypt was fashioned ages ago, before the faith came to Grancis.
So just like the Water God's altar.
Long ago, when the people worshipped the old gods, the gods of nature.
Okay, so the old gods were gods of
Seems
nature.
there's a room beyond the rubble.
I suspect it's why they return their dead to the soil, to the Earth God. I'll take
So
that.
the catacombs are a crypt.
That their souls might be cleansed and born anew in the coming generations.
Yeah, crypt for the old gods, to bury the dead, to give them back to the Earth God.
This looks interesting.
So that they can
What's this?
come back. It's cool.
Be careful. The walking dead are all around us.
A walking dead, there! Our strength brought us victory.
Little secret area. Just an iron helm.
There, a stout undead. Undead! Take care with the closed coffin.
So, like, meta-wise, the jump light attack for warrior is better than the jump heavy. Oh, but that jump heavy is so satisfying. I love that.
We need sacred light. I'll enchant our weapons. A lamplight will make spotting traps easier.
Dang it. That's okay. I didn't get to build it.
There, Master. The undead. We'll find them later. Faster with more light.
Scout undead! We have triumphed.
It seems we've won. It'll take more than that.
Let's slay the lot of them with holy magic.
A walking dead, there. It hates light! Our strength brought us victory. It seems we've won. A stout undead. Watch the ground below you. It's weak to light!
Air Master, the undead!
Die! That was effective! Lighting these lamps could be of use.
Did it!
I only hope we survive the next encounter.
There, a stout undead. It'll take more than that.
The structure is built from a natural cavern. 'Tis half a labyrinth inside, and crumbled here and there with age. What's more, 'tis a lost place. I wonder what's inside.
Yet still these vermin come. No honest business brings a man to such a place. Let's have a look.
What's this? To judge from the beasts that dwell here, the place holds a dark power.
There, Master. Stout undead.
I might have misremembered, because they gave us a little second round of dialogue here that I wasn't really expecting. But this place holds a dark power. It's connected to the old god, the earth god. Ooh!
Time has surely passed.
It grows with the life it steals.
Yeah.
I'll leave the
Thanks, bro, Flexman. If ever it was the seed of God, of a god, that time has surely passed. Even if the time has passed where that god was here, it's like there's still a dark power and all that. It's a spooky place. Yeah, so still, even
Don't allow them to swarm.
even with all this new dialogue that we got about the old gods,
To the right of the door.
still, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, there's still not room for it within the cosmology. I had one person, Otoako, a guy that I like a whole lot, suggest that maybe it was, like, part of an old cycle. But that doesn't really work, because, like, once you get to the Seneschal's chamber, that's, like, beyond eternity. So, like, they literally watch the turning of the world, like, beginning to end multiple times over. They are outside of time before beginning and after ending. Like, without actually any respect to time at all. for a previous cycle to exist, it would have to be outside of human history. Because actually, since the seneschal is outside of time, anytime there is ever a seneschal, it will appear to creation as if they have always been. Because they are outside of time, they are beyond eternity.
What's this?
I'll take.
So then, it has to be within the same cycle. So I think I do like the idea that the old gods were either arisen or like monsters or something like that. But obviously without more narrative on it, we can't actually know.
Scatter those foes! We mustn't allow that spell to be cast!
May this light be your end!
A skeleton knight comes! This is for the work. Indiscriminately!
Must stay calm. One at a time.
This skeleton is skilled indeed. I'll strike at its back! Human bones that move on their own.
I only hope we survive the next encounter.
Shall we? We can always turn back if it proves dangerous.
Get off!
There, Master! Skeleton Knights! Let's scatter those bones! I shall take on the strong.
I'll get the weak ones out of the way. This skeleton is skilled indeed.
I know I said it last episode, but like, man, the dungeons in Dragon's Dogma 1 are really they're really good. Like, compared to what we get in Dragon's Dogma 2, like, this is so cool. I mean, I do remember, like, exploring the catacombs and getting lost a few times, like, you know, the first time I played. But, like, it's so good. Like, it's so fun to explore.
I only hope we survive the next encounter.
So, I'm
Uneven terrain
hoping...
in here. If monsters appear, let's take advantage of the uneven terrain.
I'm hoping that the, Dragon's Dogma 2 DLC really remedies that.
Ogres are bloodthirsty brutes. Its kind targets women over all others.
Its kind loves women above all. Be ready.
Goes after it attacks. I can but envy their endurance. Anything it catches it devours. Its kind loves women above all. Be ready. Flush red with anger.
I only hope we survive the
strength
next
brought
encounter.
us victory.
We have triumphed.
Another thing, so since Salvation is a chaos cult and chaos is tied with like dark, like the dark element, this is just like a really fitting place for them. Like their element matches with the darkness that was here.
It is our curse that the soul must exist in such incompletion while we remain in this material coil. And it is in that incompletion of the soul that all human suffering, pain, and lamentation finds its inexorable source. Whence then is salvation? It is not to be found in pleasure. For pleasure is but another manifestation of the soul's inchoateness, a distraction born of the flesh. It is but pain's shadow, and no less transient illusion. For the soul cannot find true pleasure in this world. This world, which writhes and struggles against its failings, bludgeoned by its own heedless throes. In a true and proper world, all souls will forever remain in an even state, perfect and complete as they are unchanging. Where can we look to find such balance? Wherein lies the equilibrium our tortured world seeks? In the dragon! Bestower of fear to all man in equal measure. The dragon is the force by which the world will right itself, and we are duty-bound to feed our souls unto it. If we seek freedom from pain unending, and comfort in the constancy of the soul made complete, we must submit to its fiery arbitration. Think not of this surrender, or as the escape of the weak or the craven. No! I plead you, do not run from fear. Do not hate it. For it is fear which rarefies and distills the soul unto its rightful, lofty character.
Okay, so most of what he said there is bullcrap. But the last part, the thing about fear, don't hate the fear, but hold it close because it rarefies the soul into like the true self or whatever he actually said. That's actually like an important piece of the narrative. That ties into the Dragonforge story, and it ties into a line by Bodrick, telling you to keep your fear close to you, because fear is a key to the narrative of Dragon's Dogma. Fear is like the challenge, and if you throw away the fear, you're throwing away the challenge, and you don't get any of the benefits from standing against it. But rather, you hold your fear close to you so that you can face it. So, like, his idea of, like, the fear is a good thing, that's true. His idea of, because the fear is a good thing, you should just die. That's the wrong part.
Come to join our flock, Arisen. This is the answer, dear Arisen! Unto all things, death and chaos!
I don't remember if I accidentally skipped some dialogue from him, or if it got completed in the previous location. But what the Elysian did in that cutscene is actually really impressive. So magic in Dragon's Dogma requires a focus. Like otherwise the force is too chaotic and unpredictable. And without a focus, he just unleashed that shockwave that blew up this whole balcony without a focus. So
Quite a sight that was. Though I suppose it's the stuff of every day to you, Arisen. I'd thank you to join me for a moment.
So yeah, all I'm trying to say is the Elysian is cracked.
What's this?
Let's slay the lot of them with holy magic.
What connection does the Knight's Champion have to salvation? It is a mystery.
Look at that. There's a big ol' remaining eye.
What's that?
Painted up there. That's pretty cool.
What's this?
The zealots slipped past, but at least we snared this one. An humble prize, to be sure, but at least he's talkative. No honor among thieves, eh?
It was just a lark. All in good fun. I never gave over to that rot about destruction and salvation. Never.
Just the same, it'd be trouble if we let him go free, now that he's seen the two of us together.
Wait! You promised me!
He's all yours.
The Elysian spoke of you. Said the Arisen ran counter to the tides. A heretic, he said. But I see a reasonable sort. The sort like to hear reason. Come, sir. What's to be gained from bloodying your hands? There's naught can stay the dragon's fire. What say we await perdition together? There's many a pleasure to indulge in ere salvation comes. I'll gladly furnish the coin. Pray spare me, Arisen, that I may live to see the flame. You'll be well rewarded. Don't be a fool, sir. Surely my gold is worth more to you than my head.
So even if I didn't want to kill this guy, Mason would kill him. But if I kill him, then Mason won't kill him, and instead Mason will think I'm a cool guy. I like Mason. I want him to think I'm a cool guy. So...
My. Didn't know if you'd have the stomach to do for an unarmed man. Suppose I was wrong to doubt it. Glad to know you're someone I can trust in times to come. And come they shall. I'll send word ere long, friend. We'll bring this skulk of foxes to bear, you and I.
Treasure, perhaps. Cast an eye below as we cross. There may be aught beneath the bridge.
Man. Okay. So that was pretty fun. Nice little dungeon. Fun little chaos cult. Lots of exposition. Stuff about the soul.
Then the gatherings of salvation did have sinister purpose. 'Tis a grave shame the Elysians slipped our snare. We shall redouble our vigilance here to keep the city safe. I fear you are as like a target as Grand Sorin, though. Pray, be wary, Arisen. For now, I leave you with my thanks.
We'd best prepare ourselves for whatever is to come next, Arisen.
Okay. Then that does it for the Worm Hunt quests. I realize I did not read the quest logs for like any of them, so I should do that. Okay, so none of those quest details really gave us much. and I'm not sure that the Chronicle would have updated. Your worm hunt duties leave you weary to the bone, yet through them you find renewed purpose. Each day brings you closer to the truth behind the dragon. Each step tempers the iron of your resolve. The dull ache in your wound drives you forward. If a risen ship is not a crucible for courage, what is? That's actually really cool. I like all of that. So, again, one of the main themes is that challenges sharpen your will, they solidify your resolve, and it's like outright stated here. And then a risen ship is a crucible for courage. It gives you ample challenges to overcome, and you face fear every step of the way, and every step of the way you overcome it. Very cool. Your work for the hunt has caught the eye of Duke Edmund himself, who has granted you a formal audience at court. Should you acquit yourself well, you may inherit yet more crucial missions from his grace. With luck, meeting this champion of legend will illuminate the path ahead. It illuminates something. Your worm hunt duties are fulfilled. The Duke awaits. You must press on. I think this is a polite way of saying, dude, you're doing too much. Get on with the game. Yeah, okay. So the chronicles were helpful. Quest details were not. Hey, that was a successful episode. Thanks for joining me. I know recently I put out a couple of videos about the Dragon's Dogma 2 DLC. They got a lot of attention. If you're a new subscriber from that, welcome in. Just so you know, this is not usually a news channel. This is a Dragon's Dogma lore channel. So if you don't like lore stuff, I mean, you can still hang around for the community of it, but like, that's what this place is. We're yapping about Dragon's Dogma story all day long, every day. I mean, not every day, but like every video that like even my news stuff is going to be dripping in Dragon's Dogma lore because it is abundant. So if you're not prepared for that, you know, I warned you. But hey, thanks to everyone for hanging out. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next episode of the Lore Run as we continue in the Fool's April. Till next we meet, one foot after the next. Come what may.